Our next guest has some strong words for the FBI, believing they are in cover-up mode. Here now is Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch. Tom, what do you mean cover-up mode?
Well, they're withholding all sorts of information, not only on the topic you just discussed, the Lisa Page, Peter Strzok text messages, Andrew McCabe's text messages. We sued in court for them. They're giving us the hand to the face in response. And we're getting tired of the FBI and, frankly, Justice Department's contempt for the rule of law on the Freedom of Information Act.
Well, by the way, so apparently the Inspector General was getting tired of what Mr. McCabe was doing, and yet you wouldn't know it from the Sunday talk shows. I listened to as many as I could stomach yesterday. The narrative, as you well know, I'm sure, was that Donald Trump fired Andy McCabe. And it wasn't Donald Trump at all. It was an internal investigation, first with the Inspector General, then with his special department they have for internal affairs, and they both recommended that this guy be fired, right?
Yeah, this was a twofer. Frankly, this was the deep state recommending that Mr. McCabe be removed. There was plenty of reason to remove Mr. McCabe. It's remarkable he lasted as long as he did. Given the fact that Director Wray, the director of the FBI, was informed about the situation he was in 6 weeks ago, I don't know why it took so long. And on top of that, you had McCabe's conflicts of interest that were handled inappropriately in terms of his involvement in the Clinton email investigation. Yeah. His wife had received hundreds of thousands of dollars from a close Clinton ally, Terry McAuliffe. So there are lots of reasons to remove Mr. McCabe. And then thirdly, remember that famous insurance policy text?
That's right. Between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page referencing Andy McCabe. We assume it was Andy McCabe. I guess there's no doubt. They just said Andy, right?
That's right. And so the question now is, when you lie to federal investigators, we've been told it's a crime. It is a crime. That's why.
If it's a crime for civilians, it should be a crime for the people in the agency. Let me just ask quickly, because on his way out, Andy McCabe, in his letter that he came out with, looked like it had been drafted long before the decision had been made, but he referenced Jim Comey, his former boss, the former director of the FBI, suggesting that Mr. Comey actually knew some of the stuff that he had leaked, that McCabe had leaked to the press, and apparently approved of it. Now, Jim Comey's got a problem because he told Congress he never did any of that.
You know, there are lots of reasons to investigate James Comey now. There's questions about his testimony raised by his protege, Mr. McCabe. He's taking records out of the Justice Department, the FBI, those memos, those infamous memos, and leaking them improperly, taking government records and trying to destroy the president. Mr. Comey, talk about an ethical mess. Yeah. Between Comey and McCabe, I'm surprised the FBI survived.
Tom, I don't know what you think about the deep state, but most Americans now believe that there is a deep state, that there is an entrenched bureaucracy working for their own interests rather than the interests of the people out there. By a 74% margin, people either believe that it definitely exists or probably exists. What do you think?
Oh, it definitely exists, and it's well represented on Mueller's team. Andrew Weissmann, a longtime prosecutor in the Justice Department, his number two, sent an email that we uncovered praising Sally Yates for obstructing President Trump's travel ban and praising her. He goes to Hillary Clinton's campaign event, according to the Wall Street Journal, the night of the election in New York, and he's the number two guy in Mueller's operation. I don't understand why it is anyone think, and frankly, I'm tired of the Republicans almost in a knee-jerk reaction defending everything Mueller's doing. He needs accountability and oversight the way every other government bureaucrat does.
All right. Well, you're there for part of it anyway. Tom Fitton, good to see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.